Earth was not always the world we know today. Its beginning was the most violent chapter in our planet's history. A world of molten rock. A world under relentless bombardment from asteroids and comets. A world forever changed by a collision with another planet. Yet somehow, this inferno became the only known world capable of supporting life. How? If Earth's entire 4.6 billion year history were compressed into a single 24-hour day, everything you're about to witness happened within the first 2 hours, before dinosaurs, before fish, before even the earliest evidence of life. Welcome to the Hadean Eon, the birth of our planet. You're watching Earth Diary. But Earth's story didn't begin with Earth. It began billions of years earlier. About 13.8 billion years ago, the universe was born in the Big Bang. Gravity eventually gathered the first hydrogen and helium into stars, where nuclear fusion forged heavier elements through a process called stellar nucleosynthesis. When massive stars reached the end of their lives, they exploded as supernovae, scattering those elements across space. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen you breathe. Nearly every element in your body, beyond hydrogen, was forged inside stars that lived and died billions of years before our solar system even existed. So, in a very real sense, we are all made of stardust. Around 4.6 billion years ago, one cloud of that stardust collapsed under its own gravity. Most of it formed our sun. The rest flattened into a spinning disk of gas and dust. Within that disk, countless collisions gradually built larger and larger bodies. From tiny grains to planetesimals, the first planetary building blocks, and eventually protoplanets. This widely accepted model of solar system formation is known as the Nebular Hypothesis. One of those protoplanets was the young Earth. But its greatest transformation was yet to come. About 4.5 billion years ago, according to the giant impact hypothesis, a Mars-sized protoplanet known as Theia collided with the young Earth at tens of thousands of kilometers per hour. It was the most violent event in Earth's entire history, and it happened before our planet had even finished forming. The unimaginable energy of the impact vaporized rock and blasted millions of cubic kilometers of debris into space, forming a ring of molten debris around the young Earth. This debris continued orbiting the planet. Over time, gravity pulled the material together. And eventually, it became the moon. But the young Earth still had a long way to go before becoming the world we call home. There were no continents, no oceans, no blue skies, only a vast expanse of glowing molten rock stretching beyond the horizon. It resembled the fiery underworld of Greek mythology, Hades. That's why geologists named this earliest chapter of Earth's history the Hadean Eon. Temporary rafts of solid rock formed, only to sink back into the molten surface. But deep below the surface, something remarkable was beginning. Deep inside the young Earth, gravity was reshaping the planet through a process called planetary differentiation. Inside the molten planet, the heaviest elements, especially iron and nickel, slowly sank toward the center, while lighter rocks rose toward the surface. Over the next few tens of millions of years, the young Earth gradually separated into distinct layers: the core, the mantle, and the crust. This internal restructuring would shape Earth's future in ways no one could have imagined. As the molten iron core continued to move, it generated a powerful magnetic field that protects Earth from harmful solar radiation even today. It's the same magnetic field that bends charged particles from the sun toward the poles, creating the aurora borealis and aurora australis. Over time, the young Earth gradually transformed from a molten sphere into a layered planet. But the most important ingredients for life were still missing. Earth had no breathable air. Instead, volcanoes erupted across the young planet, releasing enormous amounts of gases into the atmosphere. Water vapor, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, methane, ammonia, sulfur dioxide. A toxic atmosphere unlike anything humans could survive. Some scientists also think comets delivered additional water and gases. As Earth continued to cool, the water vapor condensed into clouds. Then it rained for millions of years, and the first oceans were born. If Earth's story had gone slightly differently, this poisonous, scorching atmosphere might never have changed. In fact, that's basically what happened to our neighboring planet, Venus. Same starting ingredients, completely different ending. Just as Earth was becoming more stable, the solar system unleashed another disaster. Between about 4.1 and 3.8 billion years ago, according to the Late Heavy Bombardment hypothesis, Earth endured another wave of relentless asteroid and comet impacts. Almost everything from Earth's earliest history was erased. So how do we know this happened? The answer lies on the Moon. When Apollo astronauts returned with lunar rocks beginning in 1969, scientists could finally date many of the Moon's giant impact basins. Those ages revealed that the Moon and Earth had experienced an intense period of bombardment billions of years ago. Unlike Earth, the Moon has no atmosphere, no oceans, and no plate tectonics to erase its past. So the violent history that Earth's ever-changing surface had erased was preserved on the Moon. But eventually, the bombardment came to an end. Within a surprisingly short time, stable crust formed. Some of that early crust still exists today. In Canada's Northwest Territories, a rock formation called the Acasta Gneiss has survived for over 4 billion years, making it the oldest known intact rock on Earth. With a more stable crust in place, long-lived oceans formed at the surface and the atmosphere continued to evolve. The Hadean Earth was still a harsh and alien world. Small, barren volcanic islands rose above acidic oceans. Hidden beneath a dense, murky atmosphere rich in carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. Somewhere in that toxic, churning world, the first signs of life may have appeared. But we may never know every detail of what happened during the Hadean. Most Hadean rocks were destroyed by repeated melting, relentless asteroid impacts, and billions of years of Earth's active geology. Yet from a handful of ancient zircon crystals, lunar rocks, meteorites, and the physics of planetary formation, scientists have pieced together the extraordinary story you've just witnessed. The next time you're standing on a beach and pick up a handful of sand, remember, some of those atoms have been part of our planet since a Mars-sized world collided with the young Earth 4.5 billion years ago. The Hadean wasn't just the first chapter of Earth's story. It was the chapter that made every other chapter possible. If you enjoyed exploring Earth's incredible history, subscribe to Earth Diary. Thanks for watching,